Hello, everybody. We are here with mon frère, mon ami, Abdraman. He is the CEO of LORA. It is an educational app designed for immersive language learning. It's a fun and accessible way, as I've said before, for everyone to explore 10 different languages while enjoying it all in a VR gaming experience. Abdraman, or Abdurrahman, as we may say in English. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you being here, my friend.
Yes.
Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for the invitation. It's a really great pleasure to be here today with both of you.
Abdraman, tell me what was your decision for creating LORA in the first place? What was your inspiration for that?
Well, I'm kind of passionate about learning in general, and I got into VR 3 or 4 years ago, and I saw a really high potential in VR for learning aspects. So that's why I got into this, and I was like, if we could have a learning language app that will make learning more easier, it would be awesome.
What is it that you think, as the CEO and one of the people behind this great app, what do you think makes LORA stand apart from other language apps?
Our goal with LoRa is to make language learning more fun, but also more focused on our learning or learning path. For example, let's say you want to learn some language, you can find a lot of apps, but they don't have a really personalized program that fits what you are looking for, what your needs are, what are your
Mm-hmm.
goals. For example, let's say you want to go in Japan in 3 months, something like that, for professional aspects
Mm-hmm.
in, let's say, IT, in IT, and you want to learn everything around that aspect. It will be hard to find an app that will personalize a program regarding that. And what we want to achieve, it's like, for example, if you run the app, you will have an AI that will ask you, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to learn? Why do you want to learn it? And you will tell her everything I just said right now. And based
Mm-hmm.
on that, and based on the content that we will have in the app, it will provide you a personalized program that at the end of it, you will reach your goal, and you won't, for example, learn vocabulary that you already know, or for example, vocabulary that you won't never use, like so many apps right now.
I was messing with the AI so I could ask her out for coffee. Enchanté, mademoiselle, tu es très jolie. Voulez-vous café avec moi ce soir? And not only now, seriously, this was all joking aside. I thought that was a genius way to do it because not only
Yes.
did she answer me in French, but she also corrected me and told me why the correct way to make the phrase.
Yeah.
I think Rebel had a question about that, but that, my friend, I think is really genius. It's exactly what you said. You used it so that you were able to customize your own learning. Rebel,
Yeah,
why don't
yeah,
you ask him
exactly.
a little
That
bit
was
more about that, like what you were getting at with that?
so that was one of my things, is that what made you decide to use AI as a learning model for these other languages? Because it's ingenious, to be able to walk in there and you have the ability to not only use AI, but to have it
Mhm.
like tweaked to these four or so different learning models. Like, one is a teacher, and to
Mhm,
be able to
mhm,
use that.
mhm,
what
mhm.
what made you decide to do that?
Well, it's the immersive aspect. One of the problems that we have when we are learning a language actually is that if you don't talk, if you have no one to talk with, you will lose this language. And what people usually do is that, for example, if someone is learning English, he will maybe, for example, go to England or America for 5 or 6 months to be
Right.
immersed in that environment and to be able to practice his English. But not everyone has the time or the money to be able to do that. But in VR, we have this immersive environment. We have this immersive AI that we can set up in different type of context, so we can immerse in the type of context we want specifically.
Yeah, and
So
Awesome,
so
awesome.
I think one of the other things that you touched on there, Abdraman, that I think is really cool is we all learn in different ways. You know, some people learn by
Yes,
pictures,
yes,
some people
exactly.
learn by listening,
Yes,
some people learn by
yes,
reading. But I think one of the most
yeah.
powerful ways that we can learn that that we're just learning about with VR is that you are immersed in an experience.
yes.
It's by experiencing that. And I mean, I think that's why I loved it so much. Now I can have a conversation with this person or this AI, and it's almost the same thing.
Hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm,
almost the same thing.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
as we will include in this video, me playing along with it, there is the adventure mode, there is the slice and shoot mode, and there is the AI component. What do you
Yeah.
want to share about some of the other developments that you're working on with LoRa? I know you're going to add personalization for environments and things of that nature. You want to tell us a little bit more
Yeah,
about what's
yeah.
coming?
Yeah, yeah, of course. We have a lot of features that we want to implement because we are still in the beginning of the development. We we want to have a complete app that can cover all the aspects of learning and cover the vocabulary, the grammar. For example, if someone want to learn how to write, someone want to learn by listening, if someone
Mm-hmm.
want to learn by reading, we really want to cover all the aspects. Like you said earlier, we all have different manner to learn, and today the app that exists today doesn't cover or adapt properly. So our goal is really to have a complete app that will offer personalized program regarding everyone's
Hmm.
goal, but also to adapt regarding how the person want to learn. And one of the features we want to implement, because for example we were talking about immersion, we want to
Mm-hmm.
implement community hubs where, for example, if you learn Spanish, you will be able to go in a Spanish community hub and you will meet other people that either
Oh, that's
learn
awesome.
Spanish,
Oh,
either
hell yeah.
already speak Spanish, and you will be able to
Yes.
speak with them, have some fun with them, and other type of activities in this
That
community
is
hub.
that is so
So that's one
awesome.
of the
Yes,
feature.
that is awesome. Yeah, that was one of my questions. Do you eventually, are you going to have multiplayer game option available?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
It
awesome.
will be
That's
available. There
awesome.
will be the community aspect and also the multiplayer
Yes.
aspect, where, for example, you tried the slash and shoot game. There
Mm-hmm.
will be like
Hmm.
1v1 mod where you will be able to play against another player, and there will be
Oh,
some memes in game.
Oh, that's going
that
to be
sounds
so cool.
fun.
How involved will the personalization of the home environment be? Is that still in development right now?
Actually, it is kind of ready. We could have pushed it in the minor update that we did right now, but we wanted to wait a little bit. But the customization aspect, how will it works? It's like you will have your private room that you will be able to customize with furniture, and at the beginning, it's really basic furniture because we are still in early development. But
Sure.
our goal will be like, for example, if you progress in Japanese learning, you will be able to earn Japanese furniture
Oh,
that you will be able
rewards!
to customize
Oh,
in your
I
room.
love
Oh, that
that.
is so
And then
awesome!
after that, after that, you'll be able to invite your friends into your private room and show them around, and you will be able also to visit other private room from other people or from your friends, or
Oh, that
making
is so
Oh, I
awesome.
recording.
love that.
That is
I
so
love
awesome.
that.
Our goal is also to make it cross-platform. So our goal is to make it available on mobile and also on computers and all VR devices, because not everyone want to have his headset on his head like for 4,
Yeah.
5, 6 hours. So he can play 1 or 2 hours and then go on his mobile and continue his learning path
Right,
with
right.
LoRa in his mobile.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Or like if you're like me and it's like,
That's
oh,
that's
I've
a
done all
great
my
goal.
work
Yeah.
today. I can't get past the company firewall, but I can get on LoRa on my mobile phone and I can do it. Right?
Yep.
You are scheduled to release this formally with all the features in January, is that right? Or how would that work?
Technically, we could say that we are already released since the game is available. There is 2 mini games, there is AI functionality. So technically, we are already released, but we put it on early access, early stage, because there is still a lot of improvement to do, a lot of issues, and our goal to put it already available on the store is to have the feedback of the community. Because one thing that we don't always talk about is that the success of the game is not made only by the developers and the team behind the project,
That's very
but
important. Yes.
it's also made by the community who will be there to support the project, to give their ideas, to notice if they see any issues, and it helps a lot the game itself. So that's why we already release it, so we can have feedback, so we can see if people loves it or not, and we can improve it in the right direction based
Right.
on the community feedback. Yeah, so to answer your question, our goal is to have like a release on January, but we are already released, so people can go and play and come to us then to give us their feedback and their suggestion about what you would love to see in our app, and we will keep implemented. But in our official release, there will be a multiplayer aspect and room customization, and hopefully the community hubs. So that's our goal. And once we will be released, we will send the Kickstarter projects that are actually on our shop in our website.
Which I must tell
Nice.
everybody out there in Twitch land and on YouTube and everything else that I've already thrown my hat in the ring to get behind LoRa, and you should too. Because as I have said before, I think gaming creates community, and what we are seeing with VR and what we are seeing with this amazing experience of things like LoRa, that we are a global community, that we all speak multiple languages or different languages,
Yeah.
and something like LoRa helps strengthens our foundation for a good, positive community by breaking down those language barriers and helping us communicate with each other. Because as everybody knows,
Right.
I was going to say that you have the most valuable product tester right over there, because Rebel is always telling me what I'm doing wrong. So you have no, she will be sure to give you plenty of ideas, Drummond. I'm just kidding. That's the comedic part of the show. That is the comedic part of the show.
Well,
Now,
but you're right though, Zork, because even like on this show, we've had people. I'm from the West West Coast. Zork is from the East Coast of the United States. We've had people from Canada. We've had people from Norway on the show. You're, in
Brussels.
Spain,
Brussels.
Yeah, like
Oh,
we've
I'm from
had
Brussels.
people. Yeah, we've had people from all over the world on this show, and having something like LORA out in our community helps strengthen our community, and because our community is the world, it's not just the United States or just Canada, or it's everywhere now. So it's neat to be able to have the opportunity to be able to walk into any game and have, even if it's a small conversation with people, with the help of LORA. So thank you for doing this.
Rebel, you brought up some good points about how this is valuable to our community. I think another important
Yes.
thing to say about how valuable it is that this app is free right now for you to download. We will
Yes.
have links in this video for you to do that. Will have links for you for the Discord. And then you can also, once it's formally launched in January, you will be able to make some in-app purchases. Do you want to talk about that?
Of course. Our goal is to keep the game completely free. So we want that all the learning language
That's
content
amazing.
will be able and accessible for free for everyone and everywhere. Because right now, the majority of the apps, there is always like a paid, you are limited, you will start to
Yes.
learn and they will tell you if you want to learn more, or if you want to learn this, you need to pay this, and you need to pay. And our goal is really to make all the learning content available for free. But we need to sustain the project and pay the development, the team, and so on.
Sure.
So what we thought about was to make in-game purchases, while where people will be able to buy the coins, but the coins will be also, you will be able to get them without buying them. So even those coins, you can get them by playing. So it's just optional if you don't want to take time to play and get those coins. You can buy them and support the project at the same time.
Yeah, because I
That's
know, like,
amazing.
just looking at the UI, it's like, if you want to upgrade your sword, or if you want to upgrade your gun, or I'm assuming once you can customize your environment, there may be items of furniture or personal items that you can buy that will be in there.
I'm so excited, to keep playing it and, develop my language skills for French, because I'm very bad at it. And I should know it. My last name is French. But I want to say thank you. Thank you for keeping it free as well, because what that does is that opens up so much more of our community that can use it. And, it's amazing. So thank you. It's a great game.
Well, and the thing that I really love about it, and especially since I took a language in high school, you spend so much time learning something in a foreign language that you may never ever use. I still remember like French Christmas songs, and I don't know that I will ever use Il est né le petit enfant, il est né reine musetta. Will I ever use that? I don't know. I might. I don't know. But I love the fact that you have made it to where it's possible to have a personalized experience. I think that sets it totally apart.
Yes.
Our goal right now with LORA is to get investor into our project so we can build a more structured team, because we work mainly with freelancer, and working with freelancer at the beginning is good, but the more you go in depth with the project, the more you need a structured team for the cohesion of the team, for the communication, and for a lot of aspects. So right now our goal is to get investor involved so we can move to the next stage. And for that, we need to show them that people are interested in our project, and there are two ways for that. The first one is data. Investors want data, want to see
Sure.
that in the data they will see, okay, there is that much of player that installed it, that much of player that comes back to play the game. So one of the way that you can support our project and how we keep going on our development is that you can just install it, play it, having fun in it, coming back, keep also sending us your feedback so we can improve the game regarding that. And the second way is our Kickstarter. If the investor sees that people are giving money for the project, they will be like, okay, the people are willing to give money to the project. That means that they have a big interest in that project. That means that
Yeah.
we can, as investor, make money with this project. So you can also support us in our Kickstarter. You just have to go in our website, and we made them some exclusive items that will be available only for backers, like for example some skins, but also we have some special service where you will be able to create your item with our team, and this item that you created and that you named will be available in game for everyone. But also we have another service. For example, when we will develop the community hub, when we will design it, there will be some frame on the wall, and you can have your avatar and your player name framed on the community hub. So
Oh, that's
we
cool.
put different stuff like that in our Kickstarter, and if people want to support this project and get involved in this project, they can go in our Kickstarter and support us.
It is
Yeah.
definitely, I
Yeah.
think, worth it. And I think we should show value to these kind of ads that are, like I said, not to sound like a broken record, but they are strengthening our global community. But it is
Mm,
having people, gamers, users out there doing this and posting on social media about LoRa or sharing their gaming experience that can be some of the most
Yes.
valuable
yeah,
ambassadors
yeah.
for people to adapt
Yeah.
this game.
We are available in all social network, but we are also trying to
Okay.
build a community in our Discord, so
Yeah.
people
Yes.
can chat with other people and can ask their questions. For example, if someone wants to ask a grammar question about a language that he is learning, he can go in the Discord and ask someone if someone has the answer to that. And we are also doing the same in Facebook. We have a Facebook group for the people who are not familiar with Discord and do not use Discord and have
Yes.
easier with Facebook. So we build those two communities, one in Discord and one in Facebook, because the community is really important in this kind of project. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
we are doing the focus on that.
So what he's saying there, people, is that there is an old folks group on Facebook for you people out there that will not adopt Discords. You can also find them on, if you go to their website, in all seriousness, if you go to their website, you can find Laura on TikTok. You can find Laura on YouTube, Facebook, and of course on Discord. And we'll link to all that stuff.
I do have another question. So I noticed that like the team that you have built around Laura are a lot of VR enthusiasts. How has that helped and hindered Laura in development?
Well, the advantages with having people passionate about VR is that we can feel it in how they work, because they will have this passion in the work. They will put this passion in how they will do their work related to the development.
I've noticed that developers and development teams that are also VR enthusiasts they look at it like they are actually playing the game, and so they put that heart and soul into those, those pieces that they put together. And so I, as a VR enthusiast, thank you for recognizing that and bringing people onto your team that will, put that aspect in there so that they look at things like multiplayer options and community hubs and things like that, because they know that that's what we're looking for. So
Well, not only that though, but as a VR enthusiast myself, I would be like, no,
Yeah.
Abdraman, mon frère, je suis désolé. I am playing the game right now. You don't have time. Oh, wait a minute. I am working. I'm working. I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game. But yeah, it is so important to have people professionally doing things that they are passionate about. Was it intentional for you, like Rebel said, to have VR enthusiasts working on this because you want people, the work culture you want to have with LORA is to have passionate people creating what they're doing?
Yeah, but not especially only focused on VR enthusiasm. I, in general, love working with passionate people. So people who are passionate by what they are doing. So, for example, let's say I
yes.
work with a UI artist, even if he's not a VR passionate, if he's passionate by his work and by the UI in general, I would love to work with him because I know that he will do a really great job because he will have fun working on what he does and he will be really passionate and he will put all his passion in his work.
That is awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes, that is awesome.
I love to
you
hear
can
that.
see it in LORA.
I just appreciate you taking the time to do this with us here. It's amazing
thank
of
you.
what you have built. And I honestly do have one other question for you that we ask
Okay, go
everybody
ahead.
that we have on our show that I
Okay.
didn't send to you. What is something
Okay.
that you are looking forward to personally in VR, whether that's new tech, a new game, or something that's going to be developed in the future? What excites you right now about VR's future?
It's MMORPG. It's really about MMORPG. I would love to see an MMORPG that I like coming in VR, and that's something we are also working on, and maybe people who follow us for a long time ago know what I'm talking about. Before getting in LoRa, we started with an MMORPG because I didn't find an MMORPG that I could have fun in it, and they are not how I imagine MMORPGs. So
Sure.
I got into it, and I was like, okay, if they are not MMORPG that I like, I can try to create an MMORPG that I like. So that's how I started my journey into VR development. And we started this adventure. We built a community. We did some testings with some people who tested our project. But this kind of project require a lot of money, a lot of investment, and a lot of time.
Yeah.
And convincing investor to invest for an MMORPG in VR is really difficult
Because it's massive, right? It has to have a massive infrastructure.
Yeah, and also for investor, VR is really a small audience.
Yeah.
So when you are talking to them about VR, they're like, I don't know. But if you are talking them about MMORPG in VR, it's a smaller audience, so they have this kind of reticence. to invest in this type of project. So since I had this learning language prototype aside, I decided to dive into it because I was like, if we make this project a reality, not only investor will invest in this project and we will be able to use the VR studio to keep working on MMORPG, but also the community will see that we are not just talking, we are not just like, hey, we will create an MMORPG, but we didn't do nothing before that, and
Right.
Right.
we are not just scammers. They will see, okay, they did work on LORA. LORA is a great game, so if they did that for LORA, they can also do that for the MMORPG. So that's why we did this focus on LORA.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's amazing. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for, spending your time with us and coming and interviewing with us, because it's amazing. And to see Laura out there.
Invitation.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching this, and I especially want to thank everyone at LORA, especially Nico, who helped make this interview happen. Please, everyone, go check this out. Support them by downloading this free app. Imagine being able to speak to Cherry in the lobby in Japanese before she kills you in that comp scrim or in that community scrim. Imagine being able to talk to the drunken Swedes in Swedish, or Rad Fox when you see her in Russian, or Petite Palms in French. We are a global community, and I want to embrace that, and the way that we can communicate to each other only strengthens our bonds. Everybody go out there. Thank you for watching this, and please come back and see us again next Thursday.